Baldur's Gate 3! God, it's been 6 long years. Not even counting the wait since Baldur's Gate 2. Which, holy crap, it's been quite a while. Oh my god, so excited. Yes. As I'm not entirely sure how this is going to treat my whole setup here, let's go ahead and get some testing going on around here. Let's see what's up. Yes, good. Everything seems fine. Up. Oh, good. That's good. Yeah, why not? Now, I've done some very light testing as to see what things might have changed instantly. I've gotten as far as reaching the Druid Grove once again with one character, but we're gonna play a new game. A file specifically for streaming. As such, as a heads up, since my computer is kind of below where it probably should be, load screen's gonna be a bit longer than some screens. Oh my god. Okay, not so bad. Oh, how time has flown. Yes. Yes. Freaking wild. I have an idea as to what character we're going to make. But for now, I'm gonna call it between two. Yeah, full transparency. I've played the early access since its launch, usually coming back for big updates and things of that nature. I've not finished all the possible content in early access, just because I don't know what exactly. Oh, Jay, welcome. But yes, I've played a lot of the early access. From what I've seen early on, some interactions are wildly different.
Who are you?
Don't reset tutorials, because we don't need them. But yes, oh god. As time goes by, I'm going to be, now that things are more available and possible to purchase, expect upgrades to the computer as well, going forwards. Because what once was kind of future-proofing is now reaching a head point where I need to upgrade again. But yes, we're going to be doing a custom, because why else? Why play Baldur's Gate if you're not going to have custom characters? That said, what each of their origin stories, if it's any hint of a whiff of what they did for Divinity 2, the origins are also going to be extremely cool, and all this is utterly fantastic. And I'm extremely curious as to what her story is. Oh. That should not be happening. Oh, there we go. That's a first. Okay, so maybe... I mean, I'm not getting too many frame drops, but they are occurring. If it gets real bad, what I'll probably do is switch from the usual model to an old PNG, so we can lessen the strain on this heaving beast. Very curious what the hell the Dark Urge is going to be. The origins, they're going to be really cool. No idea what they're going to actually be though, and why am I still... Oh. I thought he was a unique model, but I guess he's not. Why is he... Wait. He's a sorcerer. Oh. A storm sorcerer? Wait, with... Why red? Oh. Huh. Okay. Oh, right. That's neat. But I think... Huh. Now, I already have one of my D&D tieflings in another save file, Chorus. So I don't want to redo another tiefling. Also, that wasn't happening yesterday when I tested, so perhaps it's fine. If it persists after this whole character creation segment, I'll see what I can do. But for now, I do really like Drought, and I kind of want to make... Wait. Beefcake! That's really weird. It was not doing that earlier when testing, so maybe streaming with everything else going on is a little bit too much for what we've got going on, but yeah. Well, I'll fix it in time. So, I think I'll remake... Wait, Hexblade's not in here. Right? No, there is no Hexblade, but we can get Blade Pact, which is something. And even though the Archfey Pact is right here and brand new to the game, the character I have in mind is not a Fey Pact or Fiend Pact. Is that of the Great Old One. Which I think that's what I'll do. So let me take the phone off sleep mode. Open up my PNG to look at what this particular character looks like again, because I forget which eye is the cool eye and which eye is the normal eye. Let's see. Wait, no, that wouldn't work because we have a character that talks, so the other idea wasn't going to work out. But okay, here we go. Right, Drow. The potential plot hooks with a law-sworn Drow, they're always so juicy and so alluring. Hello, Kiwi, welcome! Yes. The big gay is back in town. So let's see. We've got the Warlock class. We've got cantrips. No Blade Ward. We are instead going to have Mage Hand. We got the Great Old One. Side note. If anything goes wonky or hinky, please let me know. I think I may already need to turn off the model for this, which if so, so be it. I want the game to look good. It deserves that much. Let's see, we'll get rid of that. I hate Witch Bolt. I hate it with a passion. I hate it with a white hot heat of 1,000 suns. So we go for Hex, Dissonant Whispers, background. Where is Criminal? Right. I need to also edit the face. Let's see, what? Around there's a pretty good shade of purple. She has no scars. Voice-wise.
Where to next?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Be wary. This place is trapped. There's more of those.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed. Where to next? What was that? Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Okay, that sounds wary enough. Face-wise is... it'd be really sweet if it loaded in a little faster. Yeah, default face is fine. Are you going to fuck everything? With magic, maybe. We'll fuck it all up. That said, we are making a specific character that I had the great fortune to actually play for 5 or 6 sessions. So I do have a character this will be in mind. Much less of a, oh, this is Levy running around in the world. Like, no, this is going to be not me, me as a character. That said, we'll have to see how things shape up. Because, I'm both intrigued and terrified of the prospect of having an inventory item like Ares' baby again. Which was really weird and very strange, and I did not care for it that much whatsoever. Next bad at Automata, and it's making me laugh. Oh no. How is he bad at Automata? He plays The Devil May Cries. How? Yeah, maybe it doesn't translate over. Oh, right. Scars? She doesn't have any scars, but you know what? I can't even see it. It's loading in so poor. You know what? Let me try something. Okay, you know what? That looks pretty good. Performance-wise. How high can I... Oh. You know, we'll keep it at ultra just in case. If things go weird and wonky, we'll tune it down. But for now, let's see how this works out. And yes, the purple fucker. Oh god. He made you play through the 9S route because he didn't want to have to do everything again. And then what if the controls lol? Oh no. Oh no. I guess he's going to have to get good. He's going to have to get good, scrub. Oh, right. I was going to look at scars. Oh, that is pretty nice. The only thing I really would change about this is, why pick just the one? What multiple scars? Oh, that is gorgeous, but not this character. You know, this works well enough. The character we're making is one called Illithane, which I thought was exceedingly perfect for this run through, as Illithane also dealt with the whole situation of being an unwilling warlock to a body corrupting great old one patron. And seeing as we've got a brain worm in the works, I thought, you know what, that's kind of perfect. So if Illithane were to have scars, there probably would be some minor, like, oh, I set off the trap, and as Illithane was a cat burglar, not so much a stabby kind, but a get in and out, nick what you can, don't be caught type of thief. She didn't have any tattoos. What is important, however, let's see, left eye. We're going to need to unlock for that, and nope. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Topaz, and the other one is... Now, let's also get the hair out the way. Let's see, can we do a chartreuse? No? That's a little too yellow. Lime green. Okay, that works. Yeah. Okay, now makeup. I want some dark rings. Shadowy eyes. Lip. I didn't really do much for lip, but a little bit more. No? Little. Yeah. How's that? You know what? No. Yeah, that's nice. Ooh. Very nice. Now, hair. There's not many options for a big ponytail. And that's definitely not it. Where is the ponytail gone? That's not a ponytail. That's pretty close. Not as much volume, but it's pretty close. The color. Is there silver? Right now? Grade 0. Grade 0 is pretty good. Highlights of... Wait, where even are the heart? Oh, it's at the tips of the... Okay, I see, I see. Eh. Don't need highlights. That's fine. Facial hair? No facial hair allowed. That's a little disappointing. Is it because she's an elf, or are the female models not allowed to have facial hair? Anything like tail? No, tails. Body art. No. If there's a way to change things in the future, like in Divinity 2, then depending on... No, actually, there's no mirror option. That's another thing I would personally like to have an option for. Just swap sides, because if that was on the other side, then in time that would have been an extremely fun addition to have, but that stands not so much right now. We have minor scar. Yeah. One topaz eye, one green silver hair. Don't have much control over many other things besides that. Drow, Lawshorn, Warlock, Cantrips, Eldritch Blast, and Mage Hand. Great Old One, Dissonant Whispers, and Hex. Good. Criminal background. Ability scores. We're going to want a lot of charisma. A little bit of that, a little bit of this. 14 there. Highest we can go is 15 for that. Okay, so the level cap, from what I recall, is supposed to be level 12, which means we'll have 3 instances of possible ability score increases. Not taking into account equipment that might also boost it, like in Divinity. Also assuming we don't get additional feats. So by and large, strength for us is not going to be a major worry. We'll have strong characters. Dexterity-wise, at level 4, we'll get the ability to score pop up to 16 and 18 for charisma. And mental stats are pretty decent. Well, you can get a little bit more in intelligence. We are a warlock, so we're not going to be aiming to be up close and personal, and a few HP isn't going to do much difference. And Illithane is a smart cookie. If anything, wisdom might be a little lower, but that'll be fine. Just in case, what does Illithane look if she were jacked? Very nice. But we're not going to be jacked. Illithane. Which, ironically enough, we're dealing with a lot of Illithid.
You need a guardian. Choose one.
You know what? Friend of the channel, Mafaka, played this recently as well, and from what I hear, because I had missed the first hour or so, you just hit random a while until he got something interesting. So, you know what? Let's do that as well. We'll aim for 8 permutations. Unless we see something that strikes our fancy earlier on. Joker Drow is kind of doing it, but that's... Oh. Oh, you're cool. 2, 3... Wait, did they not swap body types either? Oh, I guess not. That was 4, right? 5. 6. 7. Magic number 8. A drow. A cool drow. Also, not sure. Because in the full release, I have no idea why it's calling this person a guardian, when in the early access it was make a lover, basically. She is really cool. If only there was an option for more scars. This should be fine, though. I don't know what the Guardian's gonna be for or from or why it's here, but I'm excited to see. Right. The brainworm. Brainworm for Illithane. Brainworm specifically made for Illithane. That brainworm. God. I love that we get to see inside this thing. Or the world's looking bastards. Jesus Christ, Jimothy. You act like you've never seen a monster flying over Baldur's Gate. Get your shit together, it's Tuesday. Wilhelm. The cavalry. So freaking good. The long way down. Oh, God. As much as I love pen and paper theater of the mind, being able to see these things, it's freaking phenomenal. Magical. Yeah. Look, there's something wrong. You've turned off your targeting system. This game's gonna be so cool. Hi, buddy! God, so excited. And of course, welcome to hell. Literally out of the frying pan into the fire. God, it's so good! Oh! We've We've waited for so long. So very long. Now it's here. God. Uh-oh. It should not be making that sound. Maybe Ultra is a little too high. Maybe it was fine because it was in character selection, creation, but I also thought that problem got fixed. Oh, God. Get up, samurai. We've got a city to burn. Okay, so that's definitely not going to be an option. So let's pop that down to medium. Okay. Okay, yeah, that works.
Where the hells are we?
Good. There's apparently some really common functionality bug where the audio will be extremely skippy, which is something I thought was just an early access thing, but it persisted into the full game. So unsure of what that actually was. I did some testing yesterday. Thought it was apparently fixed, but if not, might be just a little bit too much going on right now. Let's see. There's also a bunch of items that are just plain gone. What is this again?
Visions project into your mind. A nautiloid hurtling through the plains, resplendent with psionic energy.
Very appreciative of the very verbose narrator. Let's see. Buddy, you have more onyx.
Dead. Good.
In... Oh. Aha. Neat. Yeah, in the early access, there was a body and a brain over here that I never actually found out if it was there for any particular reason.
Here we go.
There's some things in Divinity 2 that you would pick up, and then
Better.
30 hours later, it would become relevant. For this, I'm not sure how that's going to go. Go.
We are here.
Eh.
Images of goblins, their habits and histories flash into your mind.
Marvelous.
A schematic of a nautiloid flashes into your mind. Nerves, sinews, as much living being as ship.
Alrighty then. Alien ship, you gotta poke around, right?
1,000 years of humanoid history, elves, dwarves, humans, and more flash behind your eyes.
Oh. Imagine all the stuff you could learn if you could just... Well, no, because that's like future stuff where you plug in a chip and just, oh, I know Kung Fu.
We are here. Here.
Weird situation.
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return.
Oh, and of course, as a precautionary heads up, there's going to be explicit imagery, extreme scenes of violence and gore. From what I'm told, scant nudity and sexual themes and, you know, all the good stuff. Who am I talking to? A man or a brain?
A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
Illithane. Maybe we can use this to our advantage. Maybe we can have it assist us. I've never understood what number 1 is actually saying. I think you're past the point of saving. Tell me what to do.
The enemy. So many enemies. Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
Ugh. It's a man more than a sleeve. Right. Let's take a look-see. We'll use our thievish cunning. Oop. Fantastic.
You notice edema, a swelling of the brain causing pressure where it strains against the shell of the skull.
Right. Advantage with medicine. Advantage is good, better than a +2 alone. Here we go, double ones! Oh, fantastic. Just prise it out of the quote-unquote husk.
The brain lifts from the skull, but you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient should it prove a threat.
Well, slurp, slurp, kiwi. No, that's the brain juice. That you'll get the oh god, what is it called? Not Kuru? Let's go ahead and try and not fuck this up. Okay, good. Good.
The creature seems unaware of your interference. It relaxes in your hands.
I'm so glad we know brain surgery.
Free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening.
Ooh.
Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
I don't like looking at it.
At the helm, we are needed.
I don't like looking at it. What's at the
brain
helm?
tenses, as though querying an unseen advisor.
Do you not hear it? We will not survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm.
What should I call you, friend?
Us. We are us.
Friggin' Willies. Alright, let's go.
To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
Get this show on the road, friend. New little brain friend. Enough. Looking, especially dapper there. Like what you've done with your haircut. Smile through the pain. Smile through the pain. Oh, God. They did such a good job on this freaking video garm. Oh. There we go. Oh. Right, they moved it up. Assassin.
Abomination. This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh, my head. What is this? Skvar, you are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
Fantastic. What made you think I was a thrall? You can't see anything weird, can you?
We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Gaith, mind flayers.
That is the look of someone who's heard this song and dance before and is not too phased by the whole. We're turning into mind flayers. Who the hell are you?
Your only chance of survival. We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority.
Oh, I should actually read these out again.
First, we exterminate the
Oh.
imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. As for
Huh.
that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It
Stop
may be
making me
of
look
use
at
in
the
fight
brain.
to come.
Right. I guess that was the end of the conversation. Oh, this is so different. Wait, how did we get here? Oh. Oh, this is that. Okay. I see now. Yeah, the early access had a whole intermediary portion that is just gone,
No choice but to keep going.
which I remarked on before and not. Oh, wait. That on the one hand, I greatly appreciate the streamlining of the tutorial zone. On the other hand, you miss out on a lot of context for what actually is going on. Which, I guess that's part of the full experience. They wanted to swap things around a bit. Maybe not outline everything. So there's still a mystique to it.
You prove surprisingly adequate in battle.
Healing
Now,
void bulb.
to the helm.
Throw this alien bulb at a target and possibly pull. Oh, so what I thought this was a different weapon. The numerous suction cups on this ball expand and constrict rhythmically, as if breathing. They latch onto anything they can to get a hold of. Fantastic. Don't know if we're gonna need that, but we'll take it anyways. Can we have scimitars? No, because we don't have elf weaponry. Which I don't think even extends to scimitars, so possibly not. I don't know. Eventually we'll have a scimitar. Actually, no, we won't, because Illidan wasn't a blade lock. Right. Oh. Neat. Hey, Orem, welcome! And yeah, exactly. Oh shoot, this is the game everyone's been playing. We've been waiting for so long. The game itself has been in the works for 6 years now, and Baldur's Gate 2 was like
Dragon attack. Need to get out before it's too late.
even older. Short sword. You know what? How long ago did Baldur's Gate 2 come out? Funnily enough, my introduction to the Baldur's Gate series was from when I would pick up games in Goodwill. Because every now and then you'll find like a Game Boy game or a computer game for $2 to $5. And one day, I found a copy of Baldur's Gate 2 in Goodwill. Date. And for the longest time, it didn't work. I got it for like $2.50, I think. It can't have been that much because I did not have a lot of money. It came out in the year 2000. So Baldur's Gate 2 has been out for 23 years now. I think I got a hold of it, it must have been about, oh god, I must have got it in around 2005, 2006, somewhere around there. But it was one of the games that when we went without internet for a few years, it was one of the only games I had that actually functioned, and I had no choice but to play the one game. So I played it to hell and back. I still have my little instruction booklet that I wrote down notes in. Your friend found a GameCube at a Goodwill, similar for $20, you think? 2000 sweats. Yeah, it happens. Goodwill's good for that. Usually you kind of have a crapshoot of whether it's going to work or not, but the copy of Baldur's Gate 2 I had, for the first 3 months of owning it, did not function. It just wouldn't work. And I took a look at it every few days. The disc itself was all scuffed up and dirty, so like, oh, well, Console? Oh no, not console. It was on the computer. It was a CD-ROM. And for a good long while, I would just habitually take it out and clean it.
Mystic, back!
Just kind of
Touch nothing without knowing its
mess around
purpose.
with it every now and then. Just seeing if it would one day just magically function and work. And surprisingly enough, one day it worked. I didn't expect it to, but like it was one of the few things I had, so yeah, and I played the hell out of that game.
Another
Yeah.
mystery.
And since then,
Aggression.
it's been... Oh, why not? Ever since then, it's been one of those games. I'll go back and play
They made them hostile.
5 hours of it every now and then. Simply because, the game is very old. Like, extremely old. It still uses tobacco, which I despise. Oh, that was your copy of Zelda 2, actually. Oh, that it didn't work? Silly goose. Oh, it's fine, though. Did you have one of those games you'd play the hell out of, but you were never good at it? That was Baldur's Gate 2 for me. I beat it a grand total of maybe twice, simply because, it was a very hard game. And beating it the first time wasn't as important to me as... no, let me reword that. Beating it a second time wasn't nearly as important as learning what things were actually tied to. In Baldur's Gate 2, there are like dozens upon dozens of shards of magical items, bits and pieces, materials for things. There was a... oh god, what was it? As you journey from place to place, and if you didn't find these items, sometimes they were just gone. So scouring every single spot imaginable on the map eventually would pay off, as I would find items that I'm like, oh, well, I don't have any use for this, but, oh, hey, we're at the tail end of the game, and I found another piece of a magic sword. I've got a handle, I've got a crossguard, I've got a blade, and now I've got a pommel gem. We combine that, and we create a legendary weapon. Oh! So that's where this is. Oh, for you, that was Mario Tennis for the Game Boy Color. Remember having perched under a lamp since the Game Boy Color didn't have back screen. Oh, God. Those were dark times indeed. Oh, right. Let's assist here. We're just searching the world over again and again. Looking for things.
Get me out of this taxi! We have no time for stragglers.
Don't we? But God. The fact that Baldur's Gate also had romance options and romanceable characters that I would stumble into because, like, oh, I'm being polite, I'm being friendly. And then the character's like, oh, do you want to have a baby? Like, ma'am, I am much too young to be thinking about baby, but what happens if I say yes? Like, oh, inventory item get, baby. Oh, this is skeevy. I don't like that. It's like, yeah, we're fighting beholders. Don't lose track of the baby. Oh, God. I hope they don't do that in Baldur's Gate 3, but I kind of hope they do, because that would be really, really weird and funny. It's going to make a lot of people upset. As a warlock, there's magic at work here. Determine what kind. I spy with my little eye everything there is to know about this.
Warding runes. You feel them drawing energy from the console near to the pod.
Are you satisfied? We need to go.
You hang out here. I'm gonna. It's attached. I'm gonna see what I can do. Yeah. Get off my goddamn back about it already. Oh no, my life is in danger. Please, you there, help me. They can stay there. I mean, for now. Manuscript.
Faint images appear in your mind. A brain, a Githyanki warrior, and centuries of darkness.
Very nice. Yoink. Dark mind. A humanoid brain, alive and in perfect condition, suspended in cerebrospinal fluid. In the early access, there were a few of these scattered around, but they were named specific things.
Needs a
Right.
key.
And I thought, oh, well, they've got a unique name. Clearly, they must be for something. If they were, I believe they're gone now. Oh, wait, why are you here?
How many
Mind
hosts
flayer
of this cage
pods.
infected?
Wait, if that body had the key, what the hell's in this one? Oh, the other key! Eldritch Rune. A strange energy buzzes through this alien object. You are sure you've never seen any of the like. What if you recognize it as a component of some bigger machine? It's a frickin' bottle! In gold.
Agreed.
And there's a slave mind. An indentured servant mind. Oh, right, you know what?
Dazed
take a look at
woman
this.
is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
Well, damn shame what has to be done. You like the part of this game where it doesn't know the game at all? Well, to be sure, they got a lot of things lore accurate, which is hopefully a thing that always happens in a game based off something that has such in-depth and intensive lore.
Perfect.
Ooh. I think that also said perfect in the early access, but this DC is like DC 15 or 20. It's some absurd thing where more often than not, I did not make the check to see what that said. Points to a random part of the screen. That one. I like that part. Well, I'm gonna assume this is generally where... Is it based on Norse mythology? Kind of. Dungeons and Dragons as a whole, going back to like the 70s. It's based on a hodgepodge of like every major mythology in some part, in some way. No, Kiwi, no. Please. He's just a child. Well, figuratively. Oh, well, let's push the button. I'm gonna assume you were pointing somewhere at that button, so... Let's,
As
let's
you place
touch.
your hand on the pod, you hear something.
Kiwi, no!
Presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
Bye, Kelly. I'm sorry. Okay, so that is what we're trying to avoid.
Change. Changed at the pull of a lever. How? If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
So yeah.
Is this to be our
fate?
Oh. He said something in Elvish. Oh. I need to check and see if the other player races also say something specific there. Oh, that could have been Drow. Oh god, I don't know. Use gold key. Gold and onyx. Orm fetus. Yes, that me, I'm secretly not born yet. Orm space boy from the future. The dream. Oh no. Kiwi, not that one. Kiwi. Kiwi, not that one. Let's restore. Oh god, but as much as I love going into the lore D&D for D&D things, I also appreciate much more when they do like Larian is doing, and just kind of keep a lot of lore, but also just utterly fuck with it. Oh right. Touch.
The console appears dormant.
Now I was born many moons ago. Kiwi says, "You're a baby though." You're all babies to me, apparently. Oh. Oh, going into the deep lore there, Kiwi. I have to play D&D still. Waited for a long time. I highly recommend the game. It is extremely dependent on who is playing and who is running the game. As there's a lot of different interpretations of what things should be, which can be a lot of fun, but like communication is key. Everyone sitting in needs to be on the same page of like, this is the kind of game we want, and avoid someone who would be like, oh, I'm going to set off a bomb in the middle of camp. Like, why? For the lulz. Hey, now we're all dead. Like, okay, well, thanks, Jimmy. We were gonna play a game together as friends, but, yeah, I guess you've taken that out of our hands. Thanks. I would see you up close and be like, well, you're a baby. Not tall. That's okay. We can't all be 6 foot. Whatever. Just inscribe the device with what we saw.
The console hums to life. But what is its purpose? Will it free the captive or transform her like that other unfortunate?
Oh. Oh, it actually changes that interaction. He says the annual meeting of the Purple Gaze would all look at you and say, look at the baby. The Purple Gaze. God, I guess we are all in different shades of purple. These things should be purple. Is the best color. Let's take a closer look at this. This here, doohickey. Let's do it. 2 natural 20s. This is our second natural 20.
The pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. This device is different from the one that caused the other captive to transform. Perhaps it will open the nearby pod.
Kiwi says, yeah, we're all purple. Orm says, Patrick Star voice, man, I love being purple. That's not Patrick at all. It's more like this. Or, I can't do a Patrick. Who are you people? No. Yeah. Also, that, again, I want to espouse my absolute love for what Larian did for this game. Because they did not need to do all the class-specific interactions to get to the same end goal. But they did because they love you, god damn it. I'm gonna touch the thing. I'm gonna touch it.
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. A parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. authority.
Oh no, Illithane girl boss. Will the pod to open. Difficulty class 2. Failure is still technically an option. Also, the reason why the double natural 20s terrifies me is because the pendulum has to swing both ways.
You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it.
Eventually, I'm going to get the
A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
the natural one, back to back, string of natural ones, and I live in terror of that moment. Ah. Hello, friend.
At last. Thought I was done for.
Speak with me. Converse.
Thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness
Oh my
because
god.
you have a gift with you.
You keep dangerous company.
Kiwi can't stop farting. Kiwi, chemical weapons are against the Geneva Convention. Committing war crimes, Kiwi. Kiwi, it's a war crime! Dangerous company is what you need in a fight.
Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
Kiwi, you never signed it, it means nothing to you? Well, that's the thing, Kiwi. Representatives of different nations signed it. And they will hold you to their choices. Well, alright then. Let's get going. I'm Illithane.
Shadowheart. One moment.
God. I hate her name. On the one hand, edge, 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 edge. On the other hand, it's so freaking cool. I'm just trying to figure out dinner. Don't feel like cooking. Don't want to get delivered. Oh. Bottle pits. No, don't. No, Kiwi. You of all people know it has to be fresh. Otherwise the raccoons won't take it. What's that?
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
Or Burger King if it has 6 burgers and fries, a $20 deal. What? Burger King has 6 burgers and fries for $20? What kind of burgers are these?
I'll give it a shot.
Wait. It didn't remove concentration this time. God. It sucks that we're never going to see these again. As far as the early access was concerned. They are horrifically useful. Hey, grabbed that for you and Beck weeks ago. Ooh. Orm says I need to eat better, but Kiwi is tempting me to BK. Well, you did do a workout, so, not to be the bad influence, but, what is your cheat day?
We are nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Oh,
Who
God.
put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Kanyank.
Kenya. If you go... If you were going to eat better, you wouldn't get getting delivery. Well, it's Monday now, so time is an illusion, and so are pants. Cheat days are a false comfort. So saith the killer fish from San Diego. Oh no. The frames. it goes. There we go. Is it you or Papa? What? Oh. Oh. Yeah. Level 2 imps. Mess up that mind flayer.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Kiwi, I call no one.
We'll deal with the gate after we escape.
Connect the nerves.
Oh, sadness.
Then
Nah, it's fine. Screw that guy. Oh no, please, game, don't break apart. Not now. Okay.
We need to get out of here. Now.
Okay, perhaps, Wait, why is this still on? Oh, no, it's not on custom. Okay, that was weird. Oh, right. Now, the only reason why the healing stations previously removing your concentration was only even something crossing my mind is, as long as I maintain concentration, I can reapply Hex for free. So that one spell slot I spent a little while ago is letting me just Hex anyone I want. More Eldritch Blasts. Well, and next turn I'll reapply it again and blast somebody else.
Swift and lethal.
Now here's a pro tip that a lot of people won't tell you. You could walk and waste a lot of movement getting around people, or you can jump through them. Now I can reach this hellbore. Had I chosen to walk, I would A, get burned, or B, not have enough room, enough distance to make it there. And that's why jumping's the best. Unless you have no strength, in which case it's the worst. It also just takes a bonus action. A little bit of movement, and you can make your way downtown. It's fantastic. Not that I'm speed running my way anywhere, but I hate that you can't pass through your allies like you can in the actual game, or in the pen and paper game, I should say. Let's see, how many enemies we got here still? Just 2. Sacred Flame. Fantastic. Now, even though Illithane can't use a greatsword, I still do want it. Because we're gonna need that for some very special character. Let's go ahead and reapply on you. Extra charisma. It doesn't really matter what you aim for stat-wise, because unless they are doing an ability check, it's not gonna matter. 40%, huh? What if I were to 55? We may as well. He failed. Fantastic. Go ahead and jump and make some distance. Nope, nope. Jump, Lae'zel. And then from here, can we rush down the imp? We can. Fantastic. Mobility is the name of the game. Actually, Baldur's Gate 3 is, but that's not important right now. What do you mean path is interrupted? What do you mean? No, it is not interrupted. There we go.
I'm ready.
Now let's see. What does frightened actually do for our purposes? Cannot move. Frightened entities. I'll have slight disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. So unlike pen and paper, it doesn't matter if he sees us or not. Also, here he can't move unless that's part of the dissonant whispers, which I don't think it is. Threatened for 40%. We may as well. A little worse than a coin flip, but
Lead him to me. Connect the transponder.
you hit some, you miss some.
Throw their corpses in the sticks.
Ignore the
I
devil.
thought
We
he
must
couldn't
take the
attack.
transponder.
No, he's still frightened. Oh no, can't move. Right, right. Oh, I see, I see. Go ahead and Eldritch Blast. We missed, but that's fine. Oh, you have to have a racial. Neat. Lacerate him. A third critical hit. You know what? I am very much not complaining. God. One of my first 5th edition characters was a dragonborn cleric named Durin Solus. And, my poor man there never rolled above a 13 for literally anything in his short existence.
If this ship hits the ground, we're dead.
It was the most disappointing thing. Attacks, ability checks, healing, never, ever above a 13. The dice I used for him are currently locked away in a secure location, guarded by top men. As holy crap, they must never see the light of day again. They betrayed me too deeply. Also, we're doing a very poor job of hurting this man. We're more than halfway there, but still. Okay. Okay.
I am fury. I am death.
We're getting somewhere. God, Lae'zel, you're so accurate today. Another crit. Oh God. Something terrible is going to happen. Or maybe this is just a lot of makeup karma for the terrible luck I would have normally. And there's them boys. So we still have time. A little less time. Is there anything? No. Get dazed, idiot. Coin flip! Damn, we don't even specifically need what he's got. But I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Larry, you missed. I can't believe you. Here come the Cambions. As an aside, getting to see the designs that they chose for the tiefling bodies, having them have what looks like little wings just under the shoulder blade skin, having these little like vents or plates up and down their limbs and tail.
I am fury.
Little spines. Like the hinting of plates that should have been there, but weren't. It's so good. The the art design team, they had working on this stuff. Holy crap. They are absolutely wizards at their craft. Which at some point maybe we'll see. Oh god, time's really running out. Is this is no problem. Getting to the helm isn't the problem. It's getting the extra bit of loot from this jackass. That is the problem. Call me greedy, but I want it. Swap over here. Lae'zel, I just complimented your accuracy. And look at you. Or... oh, God. Fantastic.
You are no longer required.
And now he's hostile. But... yoink. And away. Right. Forgot that's what would happen.
Blood comes easy these days.
We already used our action. Lae'zel, hang in there. We've got some, Oh, welcome back, Aura. Things are going great. We killed the guy. We got the extra loot. Lae'zel's dying on the ground, but she's fine. She'll be fine.
My faith will protect me.
Everyone used their actions already. Oh, God. You're gonna have to spend a lot tomorrow, so you're just not gonna get delivery and suck it up and cook. That would be the responsible thing to do. Perhaps I should have waited a little longer. Well, that's fine. But yeah, that's the responsible thing to do. Not spend and do the cooking. Do the
That
cooking.
thing's focused on us now. Let's get to the transponder and get out of here.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We got this. It's well in hand.
The Helm's alien transponder. You made it in time.
Ah. Now, tentacles, kiss. Look at you. I love the design red dragons have. They're so definitively everything you imagine when you think of a big red dragon. Yeah. It's fine. All according to plan. Now here's the part we hope like hell. The game doesn't crash like it did for me yesterday. It's for whatever reason. This cutscene in particular, I crash more often than not. Just the game itself, though, not the actual entire rig. That would be ridiculous, and I would not have stood for that potential. But this should be fine. Oh God. And I know Larian said that they weren't going to have microtransactions for this game. I hope that doesn't mean that they're not making additional content. Because I will 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, be buying additional classes should they become available. Or hopefully DLC that takes you from level 12 onwards. Because that would also be really, really cool. Because that's 8 levels of play that are potentially just sitting there, waiting to be used. A goblin character. Just more player races. More class options. Archetypes. I'd be over the moon. Now, fingers crossed we don't crash. Come on. You can do it. Oh, no, no. Yeah, it's still going. Fantastic. And there it went. I hate to say that I didn't see it coming, but I kind of did. which is unfortunate. Gonna be looking just a little because of cooking. Oh, no worries, Aurum. I hope you have something good. I'm gonna boot this game back up because app running. What do you mean the app is running? The app is not running. I kind of figured it would happen to the point of, you know what? Let's also one moment as I do a little bit of fixing of some things. Let's see. We'll swap that around there. This here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh no, did I? Okay, did that? Nope, that's still turned off. Aha! Okay, okay, I have the answer for one thing. Just need to alter that. There we go, there we go, and game that is not currently running, quote unquote. Let's get you booted up as well. Go ahead and transition back as well. Aha! PNG! Which at some point, I do want to get actual fun art done up. But hopefully, switching from the 3D model to PNG will reduce the overall workload and allow for a more seamless load time, as yeah, that was a lot more noticeable when resources are being commandeered that way. So good to know. We will just stick with PNG for Baldur's Gate, as it is a bit more in the modern era of games that I've been playing overall. That said, I do need to figure out how to see what exactly my current hardware needs replaced to be functioning at a modern day minimum gaming level. Because I do have enough hardware that the minimum requirements should be easily attainable. But even then, it just doesn't want to do the job. Which, it could just be my computer's age. It's just catching up with it. And yeah, face tracking does take a lot. Which, more to the point of, like, not using the 3D anymore, because, like, I've been saying it for a while, but, like, with the new glasses I got, my camera does not want to actually track my eyes anymore. So there's not been as much like manual blinking anymore. There's not been as much actual eye gaze, which it was a lot of fun, but I got bigger glasses because I like being able to see more. Because rectangular lenses are fun, I like them, but more square ones, like, my taste in glasses are changing a bit, and I like these. But it totally destroyed my camera's ability to track my face. So all the more reason to stop using it. Eventually, I do want to commission some artwork. Get little reactive PNG-vos. It'll be great, it'll be fantastic, it'll be less of a strain for more modern games to stream. It'll be great. Oh, I used to have rounder ones for whatever reason. My first pair were circular glasses? Uh-oh. We did a bit of a time warp. My first ones were circular, and for whatever reason, people just got it in their heads, stuck in there, like, oh, like the Beatles. While I do really like the Beatles, they didn't invent circular glasses. Also, where... The sword and armor aren't here. Wait, where is he? Wait, what? Where's Commander Zalk? Oh no, no, did it bug out and now we don't, oh god. Okay, hang on.
I will ascend. Nothing important is ever easy.
Wait, why can't I interact with anything at all? Oh boy. Okay, hang on. Right, I made a test Illithane to see if I could make her appearance-wise. God. I also got the square glasses because at the time I didn't have the money for all the bells and whistles I need. So I figured, you know what? I'm gonna try something different for now, as these are intermediary glasses that will be replaced when I get more money and I can afford a more fully kitted out set of glasses. Like the stuff with the non-scratch lenses, the reactive lenses that turn darker in the sunlight, something for the astigmatism, stuff like that. So still going to get around to doing that stuff.
Time to strike.
We are still stuck in, Okay. We might be a little screwed on this point. Oh god, yeah, I need the blue light since for work you stay at screens all day. They come home and stay at more. Yeah, same. Just in general, blue light filters are extremely good for your eyes' health. And it seems that save is broken, which unfortunately means we have to go to before the fight, and you know when I mentioned how I was terrified that all those crits and natural 20s were going to lead to a pendulum swing in the other direction? I think it just swung in that direction, because last time it crashed in that fight, specifically going from fight to cutscene, when the game reloaded, it still transitioned into the cutscene. But this time, it didn't.
Have to keep going.
So, consider that pendulum having been swung. Nothing we can't do with a little bit of makeup. Connect the nerves, yes, yes. Yeah, I get it. So, Commander Zalk, level... Oh, they have the level next to the name now.
We need to get out of here. Now.
Okay, so... Take two. Nothing we can't do again, right? RNG, let's see, 8, 6, may as well. Reapply Hex. Eldritch Blast. Utterly devastated. But it's fine. It was to be expected, and I had mentioned it happening last time anyways, so... yeah. The potential was always there, and I was prepared for that. No, let's also go a little further beyond. There we go. At any rate, I hope everyone is having a great day as we're making our way, doing cool stuff. Once again, I am super excited to play this game because just the sheer amount of interactions of story for these characters. That is another reason I didn't want to play an Origin right from the get-go. Because if it's anything like Divinity 2, even if not playing those characters, we'll still be able to witness their stories and their progression. Even if not from a first-person's perspective. Which means, hopefully, once I get around to actually playing their goes to the game, I'll be able to see where their paths stray from where my initial one went. So maybe there's more personal thoughts, more internal monologues or dialogue we don't otherwise get. Like, does everyone have a quote-unquote guardian? Back when it was you making a lover, I never got around to whatever portion of the game had the lover interact with the player.
Ignore the devil. We must take the transponder.
But I did see a screenshot of like a character clothes on laying with said character. Because they use a very specific model of their dress / toga? So it's not like it's an easily confused character, like, oh, like, this one could have been that one. Like, no, that is the person you make as they ask, who do you dream of at night?
Can't afford to let
So however that changed for the full game, very curious about. Like, ideally, it's still somewhat the same DNA of that whatever encounter, simply because now that early access is over, I can't go check what that was supposed to be. Like, that stuff is gone now, which in hindsight I probably should have explored more, but it doesn't really matter. You don't keep anything from it, so it is what it is. And I keep moving around as if I'm emoting for the camera, but I'm not.
If this ship hits the ground, we're dead.
Don't be so dramatic. Sweet, delicious water. Which, speaking of, you need to take medicines. We're here to take your medicine. Drink some water. Unclench your jaw and relax your shoulders, for God's sake.
Can't give up. I am fury.
Also, Kiwi, if you're there, stop leaning backwards. You're gonna fall. And Steen, stop goblin sitting. Yeah, calling him out. I don't even need to be in the present moment. I know you're doing it. Cut it out. It's bad for your back. Okay, we may be having a little bit rougher time making contact with this man. If I could just push him off a cliff and kill him and still get the loot, I would do that, but that's not an option right now. Guiding bolt connected! Which hopefully means... You know what? Let's make that advantage really, really count. Lacerate! Damn it! Yeah, this guy's just built different. And there's them boys. Oh boy. Come on. Good. We're making contact. We just need to do it again. Oh, wait. Idea. You know they fixed it! Oh, God! They fixed it. I was hoping they didn't fix it, but they did. Oh, no. Okay, well, for context, in the open access, or early access, you could swap out spells willy-nilly, even during combat, for a good while there. And I kind of had hoped that they had forgotten to make that not a thing you can do. But they remembered. So good to them. They're doing infinitely better than actual Wizards of the Coast in their game design. That's a problem. That's an extremely big problem. Without the Mind Flayer tanking the hits, our chances of success have gone right out the window. So, as much as I would like to have that flaming sword, it's really not that important in the grand scheme of things. So, oh, but we would have had it. God damn it. You know what? Okay. Okay. If that happened my first time around, I'd be like, okay, well, we'll leave it be. We'll go. But we had the sword. We had the armor. And because of that weird save state, we lost both. So, we'll go ahead and correct one mistake I made going into the fight. Nope, not you. You. get rid of Shield of Faith. Let's get Bless in here, which will assist us in making contact with this fool. Other than that, Healing Word is fine. What is this? Oh. Neat.
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
Action. Spells can replace something. Okay. So I feel like that's going to help better our odds. Especially since, now that I'm thinking about it, that wasn't supposed to be a potion of invisibility. In the early access, that was a potion of haste. Which is only remarkable because it's what I would very often use in this fight specifically. I would either have Lae'zel or my melee origin character
Do it.
trinket, get a bunch of extra attacks in, but this time around, it's not an option. Which is fine.
We need to get out of here.
We can make up for that. How do I delay my turn? No, that wasn't in Baldur's Gate, that was Divinity.
Matters.
That was Divinity, not this. Oh, what you make, Gorham? Also, it feels like deja vu.
What now?
Because the Mind Flayer died last time. So, because I don't want to be robbed of the armor and weapon that I lost out on the crash, we're taking this from the top, and this time with a little bit more preparation. Which is kind of butts, because, we did so well that first time, and now, well, I made some pasta with chicken and peppers. Ooh, tasty. Jump. Smack to him. This fight is going a lot of different directions I did not anticipate, but that's fine. As now, we have Bless. So we'll go ahead and Bless. Which also, big props, they fixed Bless, so now you can actually choose who you want to give the Bless to. She's not gonna bless herself, because she's not... No, it's fine. I would have used Guiding Bolt, which, after it hits or misses, I would never cast another spell that would be on hit with her again. Sacred Flame is a contested save, so her being blessed wouldn't matter. It would have been extremely funny if it hit Shadowheart instead, and she failed her concentration because she didn't have Bless. That would have been absolutely perfect in the worst possible way. But it's fine.
I won't give in.
Let's see. So with Bless, we're at 50% instead of 40. That is fantastic. shoot. Okay, so that bless is going to do a lot. Hopefully it's enough to get enough damage on him before the Mind Flayer dies.
Have to keep going.
Oh! I'm trying to make sense of this as someone who doesn't know the franchise well. Well, if you have any questions, I'm by no means a lore master, but I would scour monster manuals for monster lore because I absolutely love monster ecology.
Ignore the devil. We must take the transponder.
I also just really love the cosmology of Dungeons and Dragons as well. Like when they say this place is a hell, like when I mentioned like, oh, we're in the hells. Oh, look at that. Isn't that a hell of a thing? That's not like hyperbole. We are literally in one of the layers of hell. The place where some damned souls go, and where more than a few fiends regularly make their day-to-day lives. Why the Mind Flayer Nautiloid was set to come here at all? I don't know. Where we are right now is the layer of hell called Avernus, which is the uppermost layer. So when you're visiting the hells, Avernus is where you'll end up first. Remarkable in that at one point in time, it was a beautiful landscape of lush foliage and life
If this ship hits the ground,
until the Blood War started. And that kind of dictated the development of Avernus from what was once an idyllic plane of existence to a blasted literal hellscape of rust, blood, iron, poison, corruption, and the infinite armies of demons attacking hell, attacking the devils. The devils being the first, last, and only line of constant fighting against the demon incursion. So whenever you're wondering, like, hey, devils want to make deals with mortals and take their souls, right? Why don't they just come up here and just start taking people and yoinking them left and right and center? Because they're fighting a war where devils and demons are both creatures born of purest dark and evil. They are diametrically opposed, as demons are beings of chaos and devils are beings of law and order. So as much as they would both like to exterminate a large amount of mortal life,
This is worth the cost.
devils want to maintain order on a cosmic sense. And as such, are fighting the war to maintain literal order as a cosmic event. Now that might sound like devil proselytes, devilish pontification, but generally speaking, mortal life has a lot to thank the devils for, because if they were not here fighting, the rest of existence would have been wiped out a long time ago. It's also generally why when someone summons a demon to the material plane, where, like, most humans live, not demons, summon a devil. It's why the devil is generally pretty pissed about being summoned without warning, especially. Because they're fighting demons. And them being summoned is a lot of valuable military time that they are losing. I think it's neat. Like what Zalk and his men are doing up here? Probably they saw what they perceived to be an enemy aerial unit and boarded it to take over and either destroy or otherwise dismantle or disable. Yeah, they're pretty much like, bro, what? They saw this thing pop up and they're like, the hell is that? Deal with it, make it inoperable, whatever. It's interrupting what is quite literally the universe's saving grace. By and large, fiends will make deals with mortals, either with warlocks or otherwise Faustian pacts. Oh god, here they come. Usually with the end goal of like, hey, once we deliver what we promised you, you give us something in exchange. Typically your soul, and as the hells literally function off of the power of the soul and a lot of blood, guts, and suffering. The reason they want souls is to recoup for losses. Because, fun fact for you,
Where do I go from here?
in any other plane of existence, devils are functionally immortal. If you kill one on the material plane, they come back to whatever hell that they came from. Eventually they reform and resume their life.
Victory awaits.
But for a devil to die in the hells, they are gone for good. There's no super hell, there's no devil hell. A devil who dies in hell is gone for good. Which is why it's so hard to get rid of them forever. And why the Blood War, being waged in hell, is such a problem. Because eventually, even the infinite cesspit of mortal villainy that eventually comes to find new life here in hell, eventually they're going to run out of soldiers. And when that happens, well, there's not going to be a universe after that. At least to my understanding. I am very much biased. Come on.
Nothing will stand in my way.
That said, devils, they're still cruel, insidious, manipulative. In most cases, a devil worth his salt, technically speaking, doesn't lie. They'll obscure the facts and tell you only what you need to know. But legally speaking, if you make a deal with them and sign a contract, they are bound, from the highest of heavens to the lowest of hells, to fulfill their contract to the best of their ability. On penalty of, a fate worse than death, if you can imagine. Oh crap. No! My brain! Okay. Okay, this is still fine. This is still fine. Also, oh no! Okay. A little less fine. Zalk, buddy. Oh god. Zalk, just die. Please, just
Time to push my
die.
luck again.
Please help. Flip the coin. Please help. Please, we need to get the hell out of here. Okay, good. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to loot that body. Confirm he is looted. Yes. I'm going to save. Ilithane. You are going to... she's within reach of him. So, not Ilithane. Shadowheart. You are going to trigger his attack of opportunity. She'll take the hit, that's fine. You only get one attack of opportunity, so we're going to use this opportunity to get the hell out of Dodge. Good, good, fantastic.
Hurry, before they strike.
We got this. I should have drank the potion.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
It'll be fine. Oh. We'll go ahead and try and shove. That's unfortunate. But yes, as a whole, I'm a big fan of the lore the Hells have. I think it's neat. It gives the devils a lot more at stake, and a lot more personality than I'm a mustache-twirling villain. Ha ha ha. Which is far too easy for what is literally the devil you don't know to fall into trope-wise. It's really fun.
The Helm's alien transponder. You made it in time.
And this time, we're not going to crash. Look at him. Or her. Him. Also, I know a lot more about the Hells than probably the Feywild. Which is only because there's so little concrete information about the Feywild. It might be one of the places touched on the least, aside from a few of the myriad of heavens that there are. There's a lot more adventure modules based around demons, devils, and whatnot than the Fae. And even what we have for the Fae is kind of, at least as far as 5th edition goes, it's kind of glossed over as like, oh yes, the Fae, there's counts, lords, ladies, courts, this, that, and the other. Feywild is this reflection of the material plane, the what if civilization never took root, and the wilds and mystical, magical fairy tale things were just left to run amok and not be concerned with your preconceived notions of what makes sense and what makes something utterly mad. Very Alice in Wonderland. Which, to be fair, is a lot of fun. But there's not much concrete beyond certain locations and certain courts. Which happens, because a lot of that is largely up to various DMs to decide, well, in my game, it's this way. In mine, it's that way. These sorts of things. Oh, God. 100%? Come on. Let's not break this time. But now we've corrected the Crash's robbing of our materials. We killed Zalk. Got his armor and his sword. Eventually we'll put it to good use somewhere. Good, good. Little less good. I need to figure out how the hell I can... No. Don't do it. Don't you crash. If anything, Baldur's Gate 3 might not be something we do every Saturday. Or at the very least, we do what we can. Because holy crap. I need to find out what I can do. See about getting upgrades from the computer. Because aside from like taking it into a shop and having someone look at it, I don't know enough about hardware. Oh jeez. To just go in and know what needs to be changed and upgraded. Which by and large hasn't been a problem till more current things. How much RAM do you have installed? Do you know your CPU? I have 24 gigabytes of RAM installed. Either 24 or 16. No, yeah, it's 24 because I have 3 sticks of 8 gigabyte RAM. And CPU, I don't know how to check that. You know, good chunk about computers. You know what? You did make mention of that earlier, and it completely flew over my head of like, oh, I could ask questions.
As you wake, the tadpole squirms in your skull.
Oh, we actually made it this time. Fantastic. Like full disclosure, a friend helped me build the one I currently have, but some parts I ordered way back when showed up inoperable, and I could not get them replaced because they just weren't available for replacement. So there are some things I remember having installed, others I forget exactly what is in there. I am by no means a tech-savvy individual. You absolutely could. You tech support for everyone. Okay, well, at some point I need to pick your brain, to use a very relative term for this game. But I think I will have to ask you questions and figure stuff out, because if I can get like a tip of like, oh, well, this and that, if you get this and that replaced, it'll fix all your problems. Like, oh, hell yeah. Because, like, I would like to play, like, current day stuff. Even if not at ultra graphics, but, like, if I can get some ultra graphics, that would be really, really fantastic. Let's check ourselves some
Other than the
injuries.
infection, you're more or less intact. A miracle, given everything you've been through. But it'll all be for nothing if you don't find help soon. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
Yeah. Illithane, you have a rough life. First, you got friggin' arm mutated by your current patron. Now you've got a brain worm. It's just not your day. But hey, you got a clamshell. And that's pretty neat. God, look at that. The size of it. The scoop. Also, anything I have to say about lore D&D wise, be sure to take it with a grain of salt, as there is no telling exactly what Larian
How much further can I
decided
go?
to stay true to, and how much creative liberties they had with certain things. Like, typically speaking, nautiloids, from what I read way back when, they are bred and born. They are shaped and guided and directed to become interdimensional ships. The quote-unquote technology to create more has been lost for innumerable millennia. So whenever you find one, it's both an immensely
Have a lot of money
rare find,
and well, in
as
it.
well as something that is not easily replaced. So that this one is just dead and dying, crashed here on the ground. It's a bit more of a bummer. Oh, wait. When you've been explaining it, you got another phone call. Missed a lot of it. Explaining what? I've kind of gone off on a lot of tangents. I really love the setting at large. I disagree with a bunch of different things, because, in my view, there's certain things that are just not handled as well as they could be. The D&D lore, that's fine. By and large, I don't know what exactly Larian is doing, so they could be sticking hard concrete to the lore, or they could be putting a creative spin on this and that. Like already with the Mind Flayer tadpoles, that's a little different from what usually is supposed to happen. But we'll learn about that in time. There's weird stuff going on that, as someone who knows a bunch of the lore, confuses and confounds me. But, that's the fun part. Homebrewing. Well, Illithane is a thief, so curiosity does get the better of me. Let's see if we can reach for that artifact. We're just going to look, right? One quick peek. Or not. Don't be so awkward.
What are you doing?
Checking to see if you were alive.
I'm alive, yes. Thank you for the concern. And speaking of, how
are we alive?
Well, I was hoping you might know that.
I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing.
Well, now what?
First things first. We need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might
Does
have
this game
escaped,
have a
but we
character
still have these
creator?
little monsters in our heads.
Orem, you're in luck. There is not only a character creator, but like 12 different possible races you can be. And even then, a rainbow plethora of options and choices. Like, Illithaine's purple because I made her purple, because I... Actually, you know what? Let me send a thing your way. Because, fun stuff is fun, and the character... Oh my god, it'll be crack to you. You know what? Fair. That is fair. Illithaine is, I mentioned while initially making her appearance-wise, Illithaine is a character that I played for, I think, like, a game that went for 5 or 6 sessions. As such, man, I love being purple. Me too. I like it a lot. But Illithaine was a character from a pen and paper, well, not pen and paper, but like the board game, because it was all done online anyway, so it's not technically pen and paper, but like it's what you call the game when it's using the books and whatnot. But this is Illithaine, and I recreated her in Baldur's Gate 3 to the best of my ability to do so. Which, because there's no gigantic stigma about Drow in Baldur's Gate 3 from what I can see right now, and from the early access, part of her deal was that, as a Drow, she would often be in disguise, with Mask of Many Faces as a warlock, disguised as a wood elf. But, it doesn't seem to be as big an issue in this, so probably not going to need that expressly. But yeah. Oh, thank you, Aura. She has a fun little backstory of how she became a warlock. I'll say that for after this conversation. You want to stay together?
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
All right, let's get moving.
One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again.
Oh.
For freeing me.
Is anyone else
It would
hearing...
have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I remember that.
Is anyone else hearing that
Lead the way.
crackle in her dialogue? Because I am, and it's upsetting. I thought I fixed that as well, but maybe it undid because of the crash. Yeah, the skipping. It shouldn't be doing that, and I followed a fix to get rid of that, which it wasn't doing that before the crash, and now it is. Very upsetting. This might just not be a good game for streaming for my stuff. Potentially. Actually, one second. Let me take a look at... sound settings. So I thought I had figured out the problem that was causing that. God, you felt that. You have a game you'd love to stream to motivate you to play more, but your PC would have a crisis. I'm feeling that right now, and it's... yeah. It doesn't have to be this way, and ideally, it won't be a problem forever. Eventually, once I have more saved up, I'll be able to probably just outright replace everything. Fresh start, brand new rig, or at least camelize as much as I can for spare parts. One day, in time. So, Baldur's Gate 3 might not be something we play consistently on stream. And yeah, PCs are pricey. If anything, I'll do like I did last time and wait for tax season to come around again, and hope and pray that I get something back enough to go in one big swoop to get something really nice. What invocations do we have? Organizing Blast, which is nice. Armor of Shadows. I just wanted you to check if you actually got something back. Good. If you did, that's money sitting on the table. Beast Speech. Cast Speak with Animals at Will. Beguiling Influence. Invoke your patron's percent. Gain Proficiency in Deception and Persuasion. Devil's Sight. Magical Darkness. Fiendish Vigor. You can cast False Life at will. Which is a fantastic invocation because that's going to be like free health bar forever and ever. Mask of Many Faces is what Illithane in the tabletop version of the game had. Because in most settings, a drow would be something to be, villainized, warned against, and otherwise avoided or outright extinguished. Dark elves are victims of what I would say sins of the father, sins of the son syndrome. Where once upon a time, way back in the day, there was a big falling out in the elvish pantheon of gods, and one conniving, backstabbing goddess named Lolth, previously queen consort of the elvish pantheon, attempted to murder her husband, Corellion Larathian, patriarch of elves, of change, of freedom and joy and magic. She tried to kill him, or have him killed. Her plan was discovered. Her daughter turned her in. She absconded with one of her sons and said daughter. The daughter still believes Lolth can be turned back to the side of, benevolence. But Lolth is kind of this chaotic, evil goddess of trickery, lies, deception, torture, malice. These things that are, totally positive traits in a matriarchal figure. As such, the elves she stole with her became drow, dark elves. By and large, Wizards has handled their lore a bit more comfortably in recent years. They recently added in 5th edition a whole subsection of drow that are sought out by Elestri, the dark elvish goddess of freedom and change and good. And Elestri helps them escape Lolth's clutches to the surface to start a new life. As well as some that are favored by Corellon, that to escape drowish society, which is intensely controlling. Sometimes Corellon will grant a boon of transformation to drow, and they will be able to escape their entire world and reach the surface with a boon from Corellon that allows them to alter their bodies in such ways of, especially in drow society being heavily matriarchal, and intensely backstabbing. Like, think the darkest of Rome in political intrigue and backstabbing betrayal. Like, they are freaking nuts. Like, imagine, good example. Imagine the corpo from Cyberpunk. That's a lot like what Drow Society's about. Very corporate, very infighting, very, I'm going to sabotage you to make myself look better and succeed because of it. And Drow Society's largely like that in lore. They're highly matriarchal, where the males are a little more than often indentured servants, and it's a bad time for everyone involved. So, yeah, I really enjoy Drow as a setting of how are you going to get out from this oppressive society? How much are you willing to give to be free and be your truest self and not be bound to what is a self-destructive cycle? That's what I love about the Drow. The ones that lean into their sociopathic society as well, also a lot of fun because they tend to have reasons for doing so. Whether it's like, look, I can't change society, I'm just one small insignificant speck, so I'm going to lean into it and be as terrible as possible. Then that's also a lot of fun because that's such a character defining trait. Oh god, I've been rambling on about a lot of things, but let's see. Illithane. Right, that's why she had Mask of Many Faces, because even on the surface, hiding yourself as a drow is prudent behavior. On the surface, drow are known to be slavers, kidnappers, murderers, poisoners, saboteurs, all these things. It's my stream, I can absolutely ramble. I know, but I'll go and I won't stop because I love this lore. As messed up as it is, and as much as I personally tweak it, I still really like it. And I'm glad at Baldur's Gate 2 gave me a in-depth experience of what life in a drow city is like. It freaking sucks. Everyone wants to get out, but a lot of people die way before then. Like, it's no wonder, like, Corpo V in Cyberpunk 2077, that gives me such intense vibes of, like, yeah, that's kind of what it's like to try and escape the city of Drow, because they all would if they could, but a lot of them are so entrenched that they would rather stick to what they know works than try to do something different like that. You talking about the lore is reminding you of talking about Kid Icarus lore. It's good stuff, and when you love it, like, you want to share it. Drow back in the day were much more one note, like BDSM gear and like sexy lingerie, but also murderers and whatnot. It was much less enticing than the political intrigue of, like, society is shit, but I'm gonna drag you down with me. But we're gonna take Agonizing Blast. And ooh, we should. Sexy lingerie and murder. Yeah. Early D&D was big on, it was the 70s and 80s, so there were a lot of things of that nature that were just, like, skimpily clad female forms and loincloth wearing barbarians and things of that nature. It's giving Noel Gruber from Ride the Cyclone. I'm not familiar with that. By and large, I much prefer Drow society that leans away from being like, oh, it's eye candy, but evil. And much more personal intrigue, fighting society, and trying to make it out alive. And the many instances where the city always wins and no one gets out unscathed. That's a lot of fun to me. You know what? Let's take Vigish. We'll take Fiendish Vigor for now. Eventually, we will replace that with something else. Once we get our Pact Boon next level, then we'll place Fiendish Vigor with something more in line with what we're going for. Which brings us to what spell to take. If we have Fiendish Vigor, we don't need Armor of Agathis. I hate enchantment spells like Charm Person. Arms of Hadar can hit allies. Expositor's Retreat is good for moving around, but we're not going to want to move too much. Hellish Rebuke. No. Tasha's should be useful for helping others secure hits, even if it's going to make us harder to land our hits. And let's see. Oh, right, we only have the 2 right now. So we're not going to change anything else. Oh, it's a musical. He's got a song he sings in a very skimpy drag. Then it talks about how his feminine persona died. Oh. We'll have to find out a bit more about that. That sounds very personally traumatic, and it may be obvious. I really love I really love intensely personal conflict in media. Whether it's someone struggling against their baser instincts to do the right thing, or admit they just have to let go. We're definitely gonna keep Bless. Inflict Wounds is going bye-bye. Seeing as we have nobody else who can cast healing magic, she really would be the best person to have with one of the 2. A lot of people don't care for Cure Wounds. I don't get that prospect. Because if you need someone popped up as strong as possible, accept no substitutions. Go over, reach out, and touch face, and heal them. Spilled my water. Oh, God. Send the video later? Oh, thank you. Yes, I would very greatly be appreciative of that. You know what? Shield of Faith. Actually, no, not Shield of Faith. No, yeah. We'll either make someone harder to hit or boost the team's ability to land hits, which will be very handy in time. Let's see. Anything around here?
What path lies before me?
Friend of the stream, Alpaca, was streaming this game yesterday, and when I joined in, I would constantly being like, check your surroundings. Items don't always show up when you hit Alt. Do you want to know a cool thing? So I love the game, and I want to tell as many people about the stuff as possible. With permission, of course, so like if someone wants to go in blind, I'm not going to be that person and ruin that.
Anything of use?
But if someone wants advice, I'll gladly give it. Let's see. Backpack. Light bucket of fish. Does it have? It does. Okay, good. Good. Take fish. Shanties for the bitch queen.
Fresh water. There must be a settlement.
And
somewhere
we
nearby.
all row the spray upon our necks, and we all row the spray upon our backs, and we all row with the sea beneath our feet, and the Beard's Queen stays the storm. Wave, mother, lash us to the prow. Wave, mother, we ask to sail your skirt. If you allow, wave, mother, sink us if you will. Wave, mother, our skulls are yours with brine and sand to fill. Oh god, I love this so much. I'm not gonna sing the whole thing. I don't even know if that's the right tempo or melody, but Levy Theater Kid arc. But look, every arc is Theater Kid arc. Sometimes you just have to be a salty sailor. Sometimes you just have to be a salty sailor to get the job done. What? Oh. Read. Is that right? Yeah. It works every now and then. Like this. Sigh. I love you. There. I said it. And if you meet me tomorrow, I'll say it again and again. And keep on saying it till we're old and grey. So let's do it. Let's go to Baldur's Gate. I know it's risky, but so is staying here. The last few months have been hard, but they've always been a little easier when you're there. Leave your boat and meet me at the hill overlooking the old bridge. Bring whatever you can carry. We'll make do without the rest. Don't be late. Love, Anna. I forgot that was it's fine. You who burst in the song when home alone. Look, sometimes you just soothe your soul with music. Speaking of which, Epic the Musical is fantastic, and I rue every day it's not full and complete and in my hands to listen to. But one day it will be. One day it will. I'm gonna buy the CD or album or whatever they call them nowadays. I guess an MP3. Yeah, album. Which musical? Epic the Musical. Which is a musical being written right now and has been for like the last 4 or 5 years, I think. Telling the story of the Odyssey. With some liberties taken here and there, of course. Oh, you haven't heard of that one? Oh, I will have to send you a thing later then. There are 2 concept albums completed already. But the cast and crew are still working on it. And from last I heard, some songs are still being written. But every now and then, the creator, whose name I'm blanking on right now, let's see, Epic the Music. Oh, actually, in the community Discord, the Starlight Circle Discord, there is a channel for music that I put a lot of the animatics people made on YouTube in there, as well as a link to the website the guy who started Epic the Musical made. Let's see, Epic Musical, where is it? Written by... realize now I don't know how to say his name. Is it the Jorge or Jorge or Jorge Riviera Herranz, writer and producer. But yeah, he's still working on it, still creating more for the stuff. There are 2 concept albums already out and more on the way. Every now and then he shows off clips and shorts and bits through things like TikTok and YouTube Shorts. He even does like casting calls to get people aware through using the shorts thing. But seeing where even the song that has multiple different gods interacting, like the first go at it with himself singing all the parts, it's like so drastically different than when he has who I think is the voice for like characters like Hermes and Ares
Better stay back.
doing their parts.
One strike could be lethal.
But it's extremely fantastic. And fun note, the only reason I even found out about that musical was a random bit of happenstance where I happened to be looking into, oh god, some Adventure Time lore, and the song The Wooden Horse and the Baby was chosen as a big piece of the introduction song, showing Finn through his struggles and through his fights. Not Finn, no. Oh, it was Billy. It was the lore recap for Billy, the hero. And yeah, Adventure Time to Musical Pipeline, exactly. God, it had the lines like, when does a comet become a meteor? Does a ripple become a wave? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster? God, it's the lyrics aren't exactly that, but like I could recall them better if I wasn't actively doing something else right now. But that song is just so absolutely divine. The slow climb of events from... Oh, God. Yeah, I need to... Yeah, one moment, please. The wooden horse and the baby. Oh, the horse and the infant. Which, absolutely bravo to Jorge for getting names to work in the freaking lyrics, like Telemachus. That's such a hard name to work with, but he does it. Like, holy crap. Oh, but it's extremely good. It's absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love it to bits. I highly oh, I did not mean to end turn there. But good, it missed. I highly recommend giving it a listen. God, it's so good. I love it so much. Let's swap hex targets. Apply hex over there. Yeah, oh my god, Billy. It fits so well.
You fight well. Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
When does a ripple become a tidal wave? When does the reason become their blame? When does a man become a monster? This is the story of Billy,
Yeah, I hope.
who once was the greatest hero in all of Ooh, all history. Eventually, he too fell not to some great foe or horrible monster, but to his own regrets and his own despair, which then went in turn to leave him vulnerable to being surprised by the Lich. Absolutely gorgeous. And there's a haste potion. The haste potion that should have been on the ship but wasn't. That's fine. Oh, wait. Damn, I also need to figure out who's gonna be on our squad. we're probably not going to bring Asterion with us. Actually, Asterion would do well in our squad. Alright. Do I not have any? Okay, no, there they are. Guidance? Nope. 11. With bonuses for 17. Fantastic. Because I think I know where Karlak the tiefling is supposed to be. I remember meeting a tiefling on the run from bounty hunters, I think. But
Don't mind if I
at the
do.
time in early access, I don't think she had a unique model. If that's even the same character, it could be someone else completely different right now. But I definitely want the Tiefling Barbarian in our party. I'm a Warlock, so we're probably not going to have another Warlock in party. We could probably do...
Hello? Over here!
We could probably have... Yeah.
Hurry!
Yeah.
I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Easily. Stand back.
There. Can you see it?
I hope we fail this check. It's a lot more funny when we fail it.
Just a dumb bore.
Damn it.
You're relieved until you see the flash of a dagger.
It's so much funnier when we fail that check. Oh well. Hey, friendo. Put it away. We don't need to fight.
Don't we? I saw you on the ship. Free, scuttling about. You're in league with them, aren't you? Those tentacle... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on?
Yeah. The Mind Flayer's worm. It connected us.
The worm. Of course. That explains things somewhat. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
Apology accepted. I might have done the same were our roles reversed.
A kindred spirit.
And he does have a cool ass outfit.
My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
It used to be brown and red, or black and red, in the early access. The item icon is still the old design, but I love that they gave him a new one. Especially this little slip of red right in the middle. Well. Miss Illithane.
A pleasure. So, do you know anything about these worms?
Well, damnedest thing. They'll turn us into mind flayers.
Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time.
Yes, the worms are very squiggly. I love these interactions and character moments, because, like, all these say so much about your character. Their mindset, and your mindset, and where you're at. control it, we need to get rid of it. Very urgent, very direct. Or, hey, buddy, appeal to your nature of survival. Or like, whatever. Travel with me, our odds are better together.
You know, I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
Welcome to the party, Asterion. So now, we have the demolitions expert. We have, well, demolitions expert. We have the damage dealing. We have potential healing. And Asterion, who is a rogue, can handle many different talents, but eventually we will need to decide what he will be doing for the long run. Asterion, level 2 rogue. Cunning action for hide, dash, and disengage. Fantastic. Perfect. Actually, potentially speaking, multiclassing is an option. At some point, I do want to get Illithane a couple levels in Rogue. Simply because it would fit her background as a criminal. From here, where do I need to go? Because I do like to collect a party together. Oh, wait, wrong one. I do like getting the gang together, and then my guy. Why did you run into the fire? Why would you run into fire? God damn, making me waste one of my short rests.
I can keep going a little longer now.
But yes, as mentioned, the Mind Flayer tadpole will eventually turn us into a Mind Flayer as well. We'll learn more about that momentarily.
Footprints. There may be even more that survived the crash.
Fantastic.
There's goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
Unstable somehow.
You approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
Oh. Tummy hurts, but you're being very brave. Proud of you. The stomach aches. Well, hopefully it wasn't from, like maybe had too much of the good food. Hopefully that's all. Oh god. Let's touch this electrical space hole. It's the lactose that was in it. Ah. As a fellow lactose intolerant, I feel your pain.
A hand?
But it's worth it.
Anyone?
It's so worth it. The cheese is delicious. Or the cream, or... Oh. Oh. Warlock Charisma. Attune yourself to the sigil's magic. Sigil's magic. Then bid it to quiet down. Difficulty class 7, so we just have to beat a 7. So let's add some guidance, why not? Which we're going to be abusing the hell out of guidance for a lot of stuff. What do you mean, creamy sauce? Your stomach. It happens. It's because of the moo juice.
Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now a quick little pull should do the trick.
I love when magic stuff doesn't work quite the way it should. Oh, no, don't crash. Do not crash. Okay, good. We did it. You love dairy, but I hate you. Same.
Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Poppy's usually better at this.
Oh, God. Well. Not wasting the time of passing adventurers. I certainly hope so. That's too abrasive. Oh, God. As someone who likes to be cautious in matters of social interaction in games like these, I'm always more apt to make a new friend than a new enemy. That said, if it turns out that the new friend is only going to be an enemy, then so be it, but at least I extended the olive branch of peace firsthand. No need to apologize, friend. You quite alright? Oh no. Why is the sound?
I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the North Lloyd as well.
I don't know why the sound is doing that. Maybe the crash mucked something up. You know what? Set that to low. Illusion to low. Maybe that'll do something. I don't know. Yeah, I was. How'd you know?
I can only assume you two were on the receiving end of a run.
Oh, God. I don't know what causes that. I followed 5 different fixes for this stuff exactly. It worked fine yesterday, it worked fine earlier, but ever since that crash, now stuff has gone all weird.
No use sugarcoating it, is there? The uncertainty we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn into It's a process known as ceramorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided.
Yeah, basically...
You happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about knitting to realize it beyond repair.
Yeah, technology is weird.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
Well... I like that they give you the option of saying, hey, my patron offers me many gifts, but tadpole extraction is not one of them. But that's not in character for Lithane. She doesn't know what her patron is desiring beyond a host body and coming into the material world. And definitely would not be like, I mean, these are gifts. Like, no, they're kind of a problem. They're kind of a invasive growth, one might say. I was gonna ask you the same question.
And it looks like we're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon too. How
Damn it.
look for a healer together?
Sounds like a plan. You're welcome to join me.
Parasite shared is a parasite halved.
On Gale as a whole as well.
But before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered of man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
As that entire interaction with Gale, aside from having a conversation with him and him joining the party, is nearly 100% different than early access, where in his first interactions with you, if you're an arcane spellcaster, he will insult your ability to cast spells. He'll also make offhanded racist remarks. He'll also immediately hit on Shadowheart. He'll talk down to you like you're a dullard. I'm really glad they changed that entire interaction. Yeah, it is very unpolite. They changed his interaction so much. Impolite, I mean? Oh, it's the same thing. But they changed that interaction so much, and I am so thankful for it, because, like, getting to know him, he's a very personable individual, but going from insulting, racist, and hitting on your lady friend, going from that as your first introduction and your stepping off point of getting to know him as a person, everything else came off like so much weirder and stranger. Like my guy, you aren't this polite. You're very rude and crass and a very not upstanding individual. Don't act like you have the upper stage of chivalry. But they got rid of that. So if his other dialogue later on wasn't altered, it now makes Gale to be a much more personable individual. Less, let's call him weird, reclusive, billionaire playboy style personality, and more like, yeah, he's a scholar. He's well known, well learned, and he knows how to talk to people. And that's so much more interesting and so much more endearing. And he wants to be an evocation wizard, but I don't want that. I want him to be conjuration. Because I want him to have Ice Knife, and later on we'll get more conjuration spells. But for now, this is evocation, conjuration. What other? Oh, we're also going to be taking Featherfall. Actually, you know what? We can get Featherfall later. Let's take Shield. Shield is very nice to have on hand. We will also not have Witch Bolt, because I hate Witch Bolt. Oh, you're gonna compare him to Crom, but he's not that bad. I'm not too familiar with Crom's personality. There is definitely a lot more to Gale than his original first interaction led me to believe. Which is fantastic, because I'm extremely curious as to where his story is going to be going. What little I know about him right now, I've got big questions, because there's a lot of things that don't seem to add up. But also we need to work with the concession that certain characters have had a lot go on in their life before being abducted by the Mind Flayers.
Might be useful.
Oh. You know what? Looking at the time, there is a certain set of interactions I want to get to within the hour. Oh, Crom starts off as a racist piece of shit. You know what? Fair. Because with Gale, his racist remark right off the bat is that he'll ask you if you... God, how does he word it? He'll ask you a barrage of questions and lay out a slew of insinuations. And then he'll remark that you're staring at him like, quote unquote, Rashimi looking at a blackboard, which in the Baldur's Gate setting, and D&D as a whole, I believe, Reshimin is this kind of Eastern European, like Middle Ages, Dark Ages kind of culture. They're very nomadic. They are consummate travelers, and they tend to be very eclectic. And in Baldur's Gate 1, two party members very early on in the game can be gained as, with Dehenir and Minsk. Minsk, a lot of people will know because, like, oh, that's Mr. Baldur's Gate. That's the guy. That's the poster boy. For various reasons. He's a very popular character and he appears in many different things. In Baldur's Gate 2, Minsk is one of your starting party members. He is an absolute gem. I love him to bits. And to have one of the first characters of Baldur's Gate 3 directly insult the entire citizenry or culture of Reshiman as being dullards was a fast track to be like, I hate this man. He is not going to be insulting my friends from previous lives.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion.
Compassion. Well, Ilithane is no stranger to alien thoughts. That's right.
You can't move, can't think. Thinking is mercifully done for you. It will be a joy to serve, to die for it an honor. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it. But then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere.
Okay, personal best in Tetris. Awesome! Congratulations! See? I knew you were good at Tetris. Also, as an off-topic, not an off-topic, a tangentially related topic as well. I hate enchantment magic because of bullcrap like what's happening right now. I despise any kind of spell, ability, magic, whatever, that robs people of their ability to think for themselves and impose something else's will over their own. I think it's despicable and absolutely horrific and horrendous. So spells like Charm Person, generally speaking, I don't like. When running a game, I'll only give them to villains because who else would be like, no, your choices and your will don't matter. Mine matter. No, you think what I want you to think, and I hate that. Like, that is an utter trash entity thing to do. So, by and large, in my home games, only despicable, cruel, evil people will use those spells because the common people that are like, no, that's wrong, won't do it. And yeah, same, it's so gross. Yeah, because this whole thing right now is happening. And like, this is the reason. Intelligence, concentrate on his thoughts. What is so important? I want to know. Tell me. 16? Bonus total of 20. What's going on, buddy?
Your minds fuse, lusting for something that is gone. But then its grip claws back with a vengeance. A vice locking your mind into obedience.
Uh-oh.
It needs sustenance to survive. And with your very body, you can provide.
Wisdom, resist with everything you've got. You've got to do it. You've got to do it. Come on. Hell yeah. Fuck you, Mind Flayer.
The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
Close those eyes forever. Close your eyes, baby. You don't want to see this. And justice was done.
Monster. Death is too good for it.
It should go without saying. Illithane, along with the already in place desire for freedom and not being made dance at the ends of other entities' strings, specifically Lolth, to be the host of this current Warlock Pact is another thing to be fought against and struggled against with their entire being. On top of that, now here in Baldur's Gate 3, having been implanted with a tadpole, having mind flayers trying to control and impose their will as well. Like, Illithane has fought for her freedom from a goddess. You'd best be sure, damn sure, she'll fight some squid face for it as well. Where? Oh, there it is. Water! Extinguish the fire. I didn't put out the fire. Hang on. Go. Water. There we go. And the day is saved. That's right. A horrible mind-controlling monster slain by an individual it would have otherwise enslaved. That's what we call some karmic justice. Go ahead. Dig this up, because now we have one of the most important adventuring tools to ever exist. A shovel. That's right, and they added in a bunch of crafting items and materials. Which means, doubly so, explore. Pick stuff up. See what they do. Okay, that's a waypoint. We missed something important. This way. Because there's two things well, not two. One. There's one thing we need to do real quick. Which, here we are. Hello there!
Jordan was right. Yellow's a toad and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
Oh!
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them. Holy hells. Under elf.
Yeah, see, that's the interaction I would expect from most people looking at a drow. Which, important to note, Oh, they got cool design. Those are tieflings, and they're very cool, and I absolutely love them. I'll talk more about them in a little bit. But this interaction here, if you're not playing a drow, they don't immediately go to bear their blades. But you are a drow. One even calls you an under-elf. Because the drow, because Lolth stole them away from the surface world, most of them live in the Underdark, which is this, as tall as Mount Everest is, that's how deep under the earth the drow live. It's why escaping to the surface is such an endeavor and such a brutal campaign to go on to reach freedom. And even then, drow that make it up the Everest climb of making their way out of these caverns and treacherous underground pathways, their reward is still reaching the surface, where they are still feared, misunderstood, and reviled. And sometimes you've got to do what you've got to do to survive. If you value your life, walk away. Oh no! Critical failure.
Not happening. Demaze, now!
Wait, where's everyone else? Where the hell did they go?
I'm ready.
You jackasses! Why did you stay all the way back there?
Let's try this way.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Why are they all back there? Why are they all back there? Weren't they following me?
Still on my feet.
Oh god, that should not have happened the way it did.
Seek and you shall find me. No honor among
I
snakes.
don't know why they didn't follow me down here. Let's go in with stealth. Oh, no. Stealth was broken. They noticed him. Okay. Well, that's fine. But yes, because I failed the intimidation to try and scare them away for their own sake, now they've got to die. Well, actually, can I... Toggle non-lethal attacks. Knock someone unconscious and if killing them must be unarmed or using a melee weapon. Oh. So there's no such thing as non-lethal magic damage. Why didn't I remember to use my invocation on myself? I'm a bad warlock. I'm a bad warlock. Fiendish vigor. Let's get some temporary help to shield ourselves for a moment. 7 temp health. So any further damage I take will instead be taken from that first. We'll go ahead and spread the hex to over there. That is a damn shame. Oh god. But yeah, since I didn't succeed in scaring them away, they felt they had enough of an upper hand to take me on. But now it's not just me. Now it's me and my friends. And I just lost concentration on Hex because I took enough damage that was not successful on my my concentration check. That's unfortunate. Also, I probably should have reorganized these a long time ago, but I forgot. One moment. Blessing of the Trickster. Evoke Duplicity. Cantrip. Cantrip. 2 heals. Specialty spells. Go ahead and swap those around so we can't get rid of them. Turn on dead. There we go. Okay. You know what? Illithane, you're not going down now. Be healed. Asterion, we need you to sneak attack this jackass. He survived that. That's fine.
Tale for the ages.
We'll correct that in time. Oh, right. Gale, swap that around. What is this? Oh, shield is a reaction. That's right. They made reactions better. Now they actually happen instead of not happening. Swap that around. Right there. Sleep does how many? 24? Oh yeah. Oh, there's 6. Okay. Okay, that's different now. Sleep now functions differently. Before, it was just everyone within a certain area that you selected, but now you're actually dispensing how many HP to effect. So I have 6 left, which means I should not waste a spell slot on that. Not without softening up one of them first. Not using fire on a tiefling, that's silly. They resist fire. Not as much as the 0 damage that is missing your target. Way to go, Gale. Criminy. Okay. Buddy, I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back here. So... 16% chance of... No, I'm not doing that. What can I do? What can I do? Get scared. So he's dead now. I tried to warn you, but you wouldn't listen. Now we do what we need to survive. Sacred Flame, she made a save. It's fine, it's just a cantrip. It's not like it's anything big.
Another fight. Let's go.
Did I use my movement? No, I can't. Okay.
Ready.
The lance board is set.
Let's go ahead and hit you with that. Okay, good. That's something. Is that close enough to be... No? Because I already used... Wait, what? Why is it available next turn and not now? Eh. Why did that hit twice? What the hell is going on here? Oh, sneak attack was already being applied. Okay, I see. reflecting off of Asterion did not undo the sneak attack application. That's why it said it couldn't do it until next turn, because I was already using it. Friendo, it's too late to be running. I told you to run, and you chose not to listen. Hopefully you make better choices in the next life. Loot the body. Take the goods. Do what you have to survive.
Get me down.
No, an orange. Oh, right. Does Astarion's armor really not give penalties anymore? It doesn't. On the one hand, I'm glad they finally fixed that. Why give the rogue armor that will make him have disadvantage on his own stealth? Let's see what else we have. Oh, you know what? Put that hat on. Hide that son of a gun. Order. Everything else seems fine. We could use a rapier. Are we really that edgy to use a rapier? No. That'd be silly. We saved her.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Kev. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
It is many things. A hatchery, a training grounds, a shelter. Githyanki protocol is clear. When infected with a gate tadpole, we must report to Augusta for purification.
Well, alright, we'll journey together. Find this creche.
You are full up. Dismiss your weakest warrior.
Yeah, okay. So as it stands, I'm a spellcaster, so we don't really need a second spellcaster. Asterion is going to be fantastic range support in that he can, well, not sneak attack every single thing, but he'll be able to just blink away at things from a distance, or when forced to get up close, do a lot of good, solid damage with sneak attack. Also, the perks of having someone who is expressly proficient with expertise in disarming traps. That is fantastic. Until we can do that ourselves, he's going to be pretty important for that. I'm a caster, so Gale isn't as important in a four-person team. And I'm not getting rid of Shadowheart. She's the only person capable of casting heals, and that's going to be so integral. It's going to be life-saving in time. Unless we have access to more potions than what was previously had. What is party view? Here we go. Let's see. Everyone's got 2 potions except for Illithane, who has 8. I still don't like going anywhere without a cleric. So the odd man out is Gale. And damn it, I should have taken Armor of Shadows. I should have taken that instead of the other invocation I took. I forgot. Agonizing Blast. Should have taken it instead of Agonizing Blast, just because defense is really nice. So, Gale? Need you to hop out, buddy. We'll talk more later.
Not versed in magic, are you?
Not versed in magic? The crowd is my patron grants me I can write an epic. We're not... Elaine is not the bragging type for a patron. It's a problem. I'm not. Why do you ask?
Worry the unlettered over. If you meet any elder wizards, let me know. There is a matter I'd like to seek advice on from a master.
Which, that interaction wasn't in the game before, so...
What's on your mind?
Not in early access, at least. We'll have to talk to our people more often.
I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it.
Perhaps we'll travel again sometime later.
I'll be in the camp then, idling away the hours.
Be so hurt. Don't take it personally, my guy. We just need to be able to survive.
Has the error of your ways become clear?
I also, in the pit of my heart, hold out a lot of hope that once we crack the shell that is Lae'zel's absolute disdain for our existence, that she'll be a really cool friend. So I would like you to join me.
You have made an ally from Kresh Kalir. Few know such fortune. Call me Lae'zel.
I'll trust your judgment, but I won't trust her. Not until I've gotten the measure of her.
Elf. Would that your mind proved its equal.
Half-elf. I suppose the finer details are lost on a creature like you.
Oh, God.
The Horned One mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A Kresh must be near. We will ask this Zoru where he has seen my kin.
Fantastic. Game. There we go. We now have a frontline fighter. It's going to be integral to a lot of our future victories, as someone needs to be able to take the hits and keep on coming back for more. And that's not going to be me. It's not going to be Astarion. And Shadowheart, as tough as she is, she's the healer and the buffer, so we're gonna need someone else, someone sturdy, someone made of 100% condensed badass. That's Lae'zel. Oh, right. Zell, go ahead and put on the Everburn sword. Her half plate is already way better. Wait, half plate? That used to be a breastplate. That is fantastic. Oh, what? Why is she so small? Why is she so small?
Enough waiting. I crave blood. Never a dull moment.
Oh no.
Enough
What?
sitting around.
Why is she small?
Let's go hurt someone.
Oh no. Okay, but this is fine.
Another step forward.
Once we have access to the barbarian as well. They're doing it again. Why are they so far away? You know what? I'm gonna do a quick reload just to see if that gets fixed, them not keeping up, and this, because that should not be doing that once we have finished saving. Because that's wild. That should not be happening. Load game. Ah. But yeah. Oh god. As much as I appreciate being able to play a drow and not have literally everyone raising a sword, be like, I'm gonna kill the drow. It is nice to be able to, exist, but also every now and then have the spice of like, oh, you've got some vendetta against me, but until you prove to be a threat, we can be amicable. We can have words. We can use rational thought. And oh, you're taking out the sword. Then fisticuffs it is, friend. Hate that it had to come to this, but I'm not going to die here. Yeah. Fun stuff. God, I don't even... I don't look for conflict where there isn't any. But I like when games provide some minor scuffles, which, had I not rolled a natural 1 and managed to intimidate those 2 tieflings, they would have run off, they would have survived and lived and done something else somewhere else another day. But they chose not to. And they chose violence, so be it. It is what it is, brother. Now let's see if that reload fixed Lae'zel. Nope, she's still small. Well, that's a hell of a thing. That's not supposed to be doing that. They're also supposed to be following me and not falling behind like that. I might need to just close the game altogether, but if I'm going to close the game, I'm just going to end the stream there. Because that's... We've already been...
Not over, then through.
We've already gotten pretty far, but there's one last thing I want to do before we call it for now. Which should be happening right now, and I hope it doesn't break and crash. That'd be very inconvenient. Any second now. Any second. Okay, yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 is definitely not a game we are going to be playing on stream very often. For those that cannot hear it, open the gate! Oh god, I'm pissing and shitting! Open the gate! What? You let goblins here? What the hell's wrong with you? I'm just a man who's pissing and shitting because goblins! And now they're like, Yar, we be the goblins. Give us your booty and we'll kill you slowly.
Open the gates!
And the humans are like, don't you mean give us your booty or you'll kill us slowly? The goblins go, no. Yeah, fair enough then. Also, the likelihood of us actually getting more player races like Goblin and Hobgoblin, it's probably very low, considering Goblins are a bit of a prevalent baddie. Yeah. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, this is rough. God. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Oh. He had Featherfall cast on him. That's why he was able to jump down just fine. Oh. You weren't there before. It's fine. Oh, God. Hey, SB, welcome. Just in time to see what I think is my computer literally melting to pieces. But it's fine. Oh, God. I hope things are going well. Game, don't crash. If you crash, we're gonna have to end this here without doing the fight. I don't want that. Yes, come on. Stab him. Stab the goblin! Starion. Buddy. Just stab the goblin. She's right there. She's not looking. Just stab her. Oh, God. No. No, please. Don't break now. We were doing so well. You know what? I'll take it. Didn't see what happened, but I'll take it. I'm not picky. The goblin's dead. Ah, okay.
So much for peace.
That's fine. What can we do? What can we do? Okay. Okay, it's running a little better now. I guess it just had to make up its mind to actually want to fight. Let's not... You know what? Tasha's Hideous Laughter. 65, 60, 65... Rug. Wait, where's the Booyag? Goblin Booyag. Have you been having trouble doing all of it or just one section? Ever since the first crash, we've been having some problems. Which I kind of expected, as it crashed at a very common place to crash. The problems with like echoing dialogue really kicked up after that, as I had fixed the problem yesterday and earlier when I ran my testing, but it might just be a combination of new game, old hardware. I'm hoping that's all it is, because that means I can actually just, in time, replace pieces, and it'll be fine. We incapacitated the Booyag, which is good. Hopefully, the game doesn't just explode. Which it seems to be doing a little bit of an explosion. A little bit. And there goes the fan. Okay, we did go pretty long tonight. I will have to speak with an expert on the scrolls. Get things figured out, see why it's behaving so poorly. Probably not have this be our Saturday game. Saturday, I kind of want to free back up for variety content, as we did do a lot of long games on Saturday before. which didn't leave much room for having weird little side things. Oh, Orm, welcome back. The game is currently devouring its own entirety. Which, it may just be time to call it. Because it's not behaving well. Yeah. I had hoped to get through this encounter specifically before calling it for tonight. But it's so bad right now, so... I don't want that fight to be the way it is right there. It should not be doing that. So... it's fine. It's fine. We went a little longer than usual. We did some on-the-fly troubleshooting. I will have to pick Orm's brain about what can be done to help. Because holy crap, it should not be doing that. It should not be doing that at all. So for now, let's take a moment and look at this backdrop. Isn't it neat? Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. You don't get to see it much because usually there's a game screen there, but it's very nice. But yeah, oh my god. When it comes to to lore, considering D&D and its setting, I absolutely adore the decades upon decades of written lore that, by and large, a huge chunk of it was just erased or otherwise forgotten as 5th edition came in, rewrote a lot of cosmology, replaced a lot of lore, advanced some, regressed others, and by and large, most things are like more beneficial than they were before. Still a lot more things that don't make any dang sense, but you use what you want and you replace what you don't want. That's kind of the way Dungeons and Dragons by and large goes. Like, even if because homebrewing is such an important part of the game and the experience, even if something is 99% out of the book, you add on one twist and boom, context changed forever. And since the game is a collaborative storytelling thing and gameplay session, oh, you know what? Let me swap over to ending for now. That way we'll also have some background music. From what we've seen already, like Illithid being able to turn someone instantaneously into a mind flayer, that's not supposed to be possible. But we saw it happen, which tells us that whoever these mind flayers were, before they were accosted by the Githyanki warriors on their red dragon steeds, and subsequently crashed somewhere on the Sword Coast, they were up to some scumbaggery, the levels of which could have been catastrophic, and I can't even, I can't even say could have been. I don't know the full extent of what they were doing. The early access did not have a lot of concrete information readily available, and it was only after I had stopped playing the early access for a good long while that I even had found out from someone else that there are some enemies that if you interacted with them in certain ways, you can turn them into allies. So I'm glad that they did not introduce the entire cast of possible party members as origins. The fact that Karlach is even there at all when she wasn't in the the early access period, aside from who I think might have been a quest interaction, but she didn't have a unique model if that was her at all. So I'm not 100% sure. That might be entirely reworked or gone, considering they re-recorded lines for Gale's entire introduction. Astarion's is exactly the same way it was before. Shadowheart's was the same way, Lae'zel's was the same way, Gale's was completely rewritten and re-recorded. Even his animations were completely different, so there's really no telling who else had the same treatment of, this character is just built different now. Oh, but there's so much more. I need to figure out what the hell's wrong with this computer that is making stuff happen like that, because it should not be. I have more than the minimum required hardware. It's just being a big dumb. So, for now, we're gonna call it there. Thank you for joining me here today. It's been a absolute blast. Especially that time the freaking game just ate itself. That was especially fun. That was especially fun. Lore-wise, I can literally go all day. Absolutely love the stuff that they do. Real big sad that Wizards is currently doing a bunch of garbage right now. So, do your civic duty. Pirate the hell out of stuff. Don't give them money. Oh god. And yes, SB, it was fantastic having you here. Till next time. Everyone rest well. Drink some water, stay hydrated, eat some food, take your pills. Until next time, be well, safe travels, be kind to yourselves and others, but take no shit. Until next time, traveler, fare thee well. Oh, we also have a community Discord, a Twitter, and a VOD archive. But, yeah, no biggie. For now, be well!